Hey guys, Wes Herndon here. Just wanted to come to you via video for the Driveway Liberty podcast, and this is called Being Woke with Wes. We're sorry we haven't had any podcasts out there in a while. We've got a man down. He had some heart issues, and bless his heart, he's trying to stay away from stress. And this guy Dan gets so passionate, man, about politics. He gets fired up, and it's not good for his heart. So, kind of taking a little break from that. Hopefully, he gets cleared here in a couple of weeks where he can get angry again about politics. But what I wanted to do today, originally I was going to talk about the mask debate and government mandates of masks. I think there's a much bigger issue afoot, and this is coming from somebody who's not really much of a conspiracy theorist. However, the Breitbart video that was uploaded yesterday and taken down so quickly and so often from both YouTube and Facebook, it's concerning to me because as we all know, there's a buttload of misinformation already out there. So for them, and generally what they do with that information is they just put a little dark, Facebook especially just puts a little dark thing over it saying that this does not fact check out, this is not accurate, or something along those lines. And which is cool, I understand that if it's their property and they can do with it what they choose. However, seems like there's something else underlying, whether you agree with what the doctors were saying or not. The fact that they were all doctors, and some of them primary care doctors. I've seen accusations where they were all ophthalmologists, or none of them were epidemiologists. I think one gentleman did say he was an epidemiologist, but we can't verify that now that the video's down. So anybody could spread misinformation about it at will. So the big concern really is that, basically, if you didn't see the video, the doctors were, and it's my understanding they are right-leaning doctors. Breitbart was the only news organization to pick them up. Breitbart doesn't have the best reputation for being anything but kind of an alt-right news outlet or propaganda machine. So it's that's concerning in itself. However, why not let the video stay out there? And if you don't think it's accurate because of peer-reviewed articles, let it sit out there and put your little fact check thing on there on Facebook. Why not do that? Also, here's the thing. We're so short in the cycle of COVID to say that hydroxychloroquine and zithromax and zinc aren't excellent treatments if started early enough. It's very difficult to have peer-reviewed articles in such a short period of time. However, you have doctors, MDs, all over the world stating that that's how they treated this and were very successful with it. Now, are all of these people lying? I don't know. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, so I'm not making any judgments. However, if it's existing drugs, and there's a chance if I were to contract COVID, and I am fat, I smoke, so I am in that category of, if I get it, I'm more than likely out. So if there's even a slim chance that a mixture of hydroxychloroquine and a zinc and some antibiotics will keep me alive, keep me out of emergency room, keep me off a vent, because I'd just about rather die than have a tube shoved down my throat. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Don't try to shut this down. Now, these scientists, and I'll give you one, a Yale School of Public Health professor of epidemiology, Dr. Harvey A. Risch, and he's not just a PhD, but he is also an MD. And there's a Newsweek article that was published on the 23rd of, so just 5 days ago or 6 days ago, stating that the key to defeating COVID-19 already exists and we need to start using it. And he is speaking of this mixture that these scientists were speaking about or these doctors were speaking about in their video yesterday that got taken down so quickly. So that brings me back to probably my first real conspiracy theory, other than you shouldn't trust the government anyway, um, is why in the wide world of sports did this video get snatched down so quickly? Why were the social media giants and the news organizations so quick to squash it? And they're demonizing this one African American. She's now an American doctor, but she's originally from Africa. Went to medical school in Nigeria, where they obviously have a lot of experience treating malaria with hydroxychloroquine. Demonizing her because of her religious beliefs, and granted, they are a little out there. However, truth can come from anywhere, guys, and facts don't care about your feelings. If a guy who tells 15 lies and one truth um, it exists, that doesn't stop that one truth from being a truth. Now, yes, we need to scrutinize these individuals, and we need to critique their care and see documentation for their claims. That's something that's important. But regardless of whether it was factual information or not, my problem is that it disappeared from the internet so quickly, and so it's concerning. It really is. So part of my wokeness for today's little discussion is: do you think information should be thrown out, whether it's positive, false or not, and allow the general public to decide? Now, I understand that we have cognitive bias, and if we find something that backs up our opinion, most people aren't going to research it, and that's kind of on the dangerous side. But you know what I've noticed on Facebook is that if you're wrong, somebody is going to tell you that. And sometimes when you're right, they're still going to tell you you're wrong. However, if you are fool enough to share something based on a initial claim or even a headline without actually researching it and making sure it's accurate, then you deserve to be shamed in the public social media square, so to speak. So what I want to ask you, our Driveway Liberty crowd, is: do you believe that social media companies should be policing and censoring information? Now, I want you to be careful when you're answering that question. And I want you to answer in the comments below. Number one, keep in mind, if it's either all or none for the most part, guys. So if somebody wants to speak their mind and share something that you totally disagree with, do you think it should be unfettered speech in social media? So why don't you comment below? I'm not going to talk forever today, but thanks. This has been Woke for Wes, or Getting Woke with Wes. And we'll see you next time on the Driveway Liberty broadcast. Take care, guys.